All right, relativity. Let's review some ideas. Okay, here's you. At least the amount that you know that you're in dominant control of. Okay, whatever you want to use as your definitions for why you might label yourself the prime. Okay, the source of you. All right, doesn't matter, whatever. This is the you. Okay, here are okay, X and N. Okay, these are other people, right? These are the frames of reference. Okay, so and you should get an idea or of where we're going with this. Hopefully you've read and heard examples of this in one form or another. Okay, you do some kind of activity. You're doing some kind of event that's happening for you, and X and N are both going to, okay, can perceive, okay, the events and the interactions that you're doing over here a little bit differently or quite differently. All right, here's clarification for what we're working with. Okay, if you are doing A and X perceives you as doing B and N perceives you as doing C, in X's world, how real is what you're doing? And in N's world, how real is what you're doing? Okay? Because they're perceiving you as doing B and C when you're perceiving yourself as doing A. All right? So if this was a test and you had an answer paper that you were putting your answers on, okay, and you marked A, and X and N saw B and C, okay, and the answer was A here, all right, are they right or are they wrong? Well, because now we're going to have to assume that the person who's supplying you the exam, the reality, everything that goes along with A, okay, has to come over here and adjust also. And over here, it has to also adjust so that really B equals A and C equals A here. So what the hell are we really talking about? The more we start looking at it, the more we start realizing that we're talking about cold, hard, dominant perception. Cold, hard, dominant perception. But does this perception mean that the reality is as real as that? I don't think so, because this is just perception. This is vision, all right? If he changed his speed, if X changes its speed, location, if X changed position, if X changed qualities and characteristics, if X had 3 eyes, if N was an insect, all right? The perceptions would change again. But what wouldn't change is the constant that's going on here, because we're considering Y as the source. So X and N, okay, are perceptions. That's why X and N relative. They're viewing your event relatively. But this doesn't mean that your event is actually relative. This doesn't mean that there are not truths to your event. This doesn't mean you can't put your foot down and say that this is the source. This is what is. And these are just variations based on perception. But if I was to take a particle count here, if we were to measure mass, a quantum mass, all right, it should equal this. All of these should equal this. All right?